win. There is simply no other option.
Yeah.
But this is home turf.
Yeah.
How do you approach, which is already like a cauldron of...
Between the lines there.
We all want to know what's in the lines. But Pinchi, imagine, okay, so you're walking back home, but you're facing a side. The Knights, yes, they're towards the top of the table. They haven't won at the Wankhede in 12 years. That is a long time. So how much of...
When the high scoring season, the most high scoring season has been there, and this guy is going around 6 runs.
Well, because that's the kind of IPL it's been. Let's have a look at our top stories. You know, against Chennai Super Kings, it's about... You have to win every single game from here, so it has to start at the top. It has to start with one of the main players, and that is Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, absolutely. You need your big players to stand up in big games, and when your back's against the wall like it is today for the Mumbai Indians and for the rest of the season, you need your experience to stand up. And I mean, Bumrah's been leading the way the whole tournament without a huge amount of support from the for the rest of the bowling group, and Rohit needs to lead the way at the top of the order today, and that starts with Ishan Kishan, and just get the job done any way that you can.
Yeah, they have about 450 plus stands between them so far. But our charge battle is Rohit Sharma against left-arm pace. 5 dismissals out of 9 this season. Yes, he struck it over.
It's been a while, and if you see when Rohit edges those balls, he's actually being very conscious about the ball coming back in. So it's going to be important for Mitch Starc to bring it in first, and then that's going to make him really suspect about which ball is going to come in, which ball is going to go out, and that's when he's going to nick it. So it's key for Mitch Starc to get his in-swing back. He has been struggling with that. Every time he's trying to get it from outside off, is just holding its line and going with the arm. So Mitchell Starc is going to be key, not just today for...
That will be swinging the ball at you in a certain way. How are you approaching today's battle?
Well, there's 2 ways to go about it if you're Rohit Sharma. You say Mitchell Starc hasn't been at his best, so I'm going to try and
run this match as to where he's going to bowl from. It's when will he bowl? You only have 4 golden overs for him. How are you getting the best out of him against Kolkata Knight Riders?
Jasprit Bumrah is not playing T20s, he's playing one-days. His figures are not anything close to what anybody else has in the league. It's the same story with the new rock, then he can come in the 3rd over and try and get another wicket. Which you know, the whole trend of this IPL has been, if you take 2 or 3 wickets up front in the first 6, the batting team just goes way behind, and then that's the best way to wipe the impact player out of the equation, because every team, once they have wickets in hand.
Because if Russell's having a day out, it doesn't matter who's bowling, he's so destructive. So I agree with Varun, you go straight up to Bumrah, because Salt and Narayan have been so damaging at the top, and they take no time to get into their innings. They grab momentum off the opposition in the first over. So set the tone in the first over and go to Bumrah and say, you know what, if you want to take us on right now, we're ready for you. I think too many times this season there's been an opportunity for the opposition to get into the game. The first over's gone big, regardless of who's bowled it. The first over's gone big, and then it's left to Bumrah to pick up the pieces. Set the tone with him first up. Look to get a wicket early on. Look to take away one of KKR's biggest strengths, which is their opening partnership.
And Salt and Narayan, obviously.
How intriguing have they been as an opening pair? Not just Phil Salt, but Sunil Narayan is in contention. Both the purple and the orange cap, the way that he's been playing this season.
What a player. I mean, he's somebody who would be the first on almost every team around the world's team sheet if they had the opportunity. He bats, he bowls, he catches, he's got a decent arm on him. Mightn't be as agile on the field anymore, but he still gets the job done when it's required. So, I mean, when you can call upon 4 overs of Narayan, and then you throw him up the top of the order and he's so...
That too against Andre Russell. If he gets in, comes back to the devastating form that he started this IPL with, this might be the ground that he's able to do it. So, hey, I mean, how do you stop him? What are your bowling plans? Because he's made quite a few adjustments.
Look, no matter what the bowling plans, you have to execute with Russell, because you might have the best plan in the book, but if you don't execute anything, he's going to send you into the stands long way. He can even clear this. There, you go bumper. That's when he's not expecting it, and that's when he gets out to the bumper and not just leaves it.
Yeah, I like your idea about going really straight to him and targeting the heels almost, because I feel as though that's a part that that teams get afraid to go, because they know if they miss, it can be so destructive leg side, and especially for guys. And I'm thinking more the genuine power hitters towards the end. You got Andre Russell for KKR, you got Tim David for the Mumbai Indians. Teams want to go wide to them, but they've got such good reach and they've got the ability to hit over the offside as well, that teams almost forget about going really straight. And I think it's an important part, because it just cramps their swing. It doesn't allow them to swing their arms through the ball, and you've got to use that as an option to try and shut down one side of the ground as well.
He also knows the contrast between someone like Jasprit Bumrah and the other pacers for Mumbai Indians, where he's going, Bumrah's going out to 7, the rest are going at almost an 11. So that will be intriguing. So no changes for Kolkata Knight Riders, who have been put into bat first, trying to get a bit of a total on the board here. And honestly, it's all about the starts, isn't it? Because they've been getting that from Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan. I mean, this pair has got 550. God, as it just broke for the huddle, because the difference is, as far as Kolkata Knight Riders are concerned, they're second on the table because of the starts that they have gotten from Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan. It's two of the most devastating openers that we've seen so far in this league. We all have bad memories of that as Indian fans. Thank you for that. But just looking at these two at a pair, it's not just the fact that they've accumulated runs, both of them more than 350, but they're both striking at 180 as well. Sometimes you play the perfect foil to each other, but they're literally going in the same mode. How do they manage to get the success?
Well, I think that they're both so free and they're both looking to attack. I think sometimes once a player gets off to a flyer, the other person can generally just sit in behind, knock it around, get ones and get them back on strike. That's how I was taught to play T20 cricket, where you say, right, just get the in guy on strike, get the guy who's having a day out. But these guys just are prepared to smack it themselves. Going at over 12 and over as a partnership, that's in and outside the power play. So you can never underestimate the pressure that puts on an opposition. And it makes you, like Varun said earlier, it makes you get defensive in your mindset.
Troubles him. So, I mean, if you had to plan your first over against him, what would you be doing there?
If I was Bumrah, I would go outswing, and then get that ball back in, just like what Bhuvi did right there, because Bumrah can what's his name, the lefty fast bowler,
Yash Dayal.
Yash Dayal got him back of the hand, long off, got him caught out. So that's a really good plan as well.
So that's a plan for one bowler. What about the rest? Sunil Narayan.
Oh, I think it's pretty similar. I mean, you have to be prepared to go away from him, and because he clears his front leg, at times he can struggle to reach the balls that are out near the wide line. So, yeah, change it up, but also change your pace. And just a question for...
I would agree, yeah, because when Bumrah comes round the wicket, Narayan's going to think he's going to bowl into him, but Bumrah has the ability to move it away from round the wicket, which is a very rare skill, and he should utilize that today. And that also enables him to come bumper into him rather than going bumper away from him.
That's 4 overs that you're getting out of Jasprit Bumrah.
Yep.
That's 4 overs.
Bumrah will get him out in his first over.
Okay, so there we go. Prediction already given. So let's not talk about the rest of the bowlers. With just 170 to chase here on Amul Cricket Live with Aaron Finch and Varun Aaron, you would have been mighty pleased seeing the bowling efforts, especially there in the power play from the other baby Malinga that's playing in this league.
Absolutely, that was lacking from the Mumbai Indians side for the last. Always going to get set, and he's going to score runs. So it was crucial, even if not Bumrah, if you didn't want to use Bumrah, which
phase in the middle that you had Manish Pandey batting was also Venkatesh Iyer. I guess a crucial innings for him, because he isn't, the way the openers have been going, he hasn't too sure where he's really...
He's obviously got the advantage of being a left-hander, but also the long reach as well, which makes him incredibly difficult to bowl to. That was a crucial innings.
Tell you what's crucial, the contest we have running for you here, a glance.com quiz. So today is the question for you: who is the highest run scorer in a match for Mumbai in an Indian team? 70, you would think that with the dew it's definitely possible. The big question is, because I mean we're assuming he's going to come back as an impact sub, this Rohit Sharma, just 29 away from 12,000 T20 runs because he didn't feel, but we saw glimpses of him in the dressing room. He should be ready, right? No shocks here, Varun.
No, there's no doubt he's going to bat. He was having a good long knock before the game. Harbhajan Singh from our combox
Yes.
bowled a few to him. So yeah, he's definitely going to bat. He might just have a slight niggle. He might want to just take a rest from the sultry Bombay weather. But he's going to come out to bat and he's going to do his best. It's going to be a really interesting contest, him and Stark.
Well, I mean, he should just do my job because he just led me on to that. 5 dismissals and 9 that have fallen to left arm pace, and they've lost 9 to bring him in early.
I would, but first I would go with Stark because that's been the trend, and he's genuinely finding it difficult because if you see his wagon wheel this season, he's been wanting to score everything on the onside.
And the Knights have invaded the fortress at Wankhede after 12 years here on Amul Cricket Live with Varun Aaron and Aaron Finch. 12 years ago, I don't think Finch even remembers which franchisee he was playing for. 2012. Come on, Finch. Come on.
Pune Warriors.
Oh, okay. Well done. Well done. Was it? Sure.
Delhi Daredevils.
now you're just going.
One more
naming,
game. No,
naming,
that's it.
naming all the teams. He
That's
he
it.
played for 9. Varun, he played for 9, so let's not go there. Let's instead go to the fact that this is a huge win here as far as Kolkata Knight Riders are concerned, because they came away against the history that they also had. Chasing 170 at Wankhede doesn't seem much to be.
He's a good player of spin. They bowled a lot of spin to him. That took part-time spin. Naman Dheer is not going to trouble Manish Pandey. I mean, he's a good option, like a decent option versus 2 left-hand batsmen. But you can't bowl 3 overs in Naman Dheer to Manish Pandey. And yeah, we're coming to their batting. Obviously, if Mumbai Indians are going to lose 3 wickets in every power play, they're only playing catch-up after that.
I mean, that's more than 20 wickets that they've lost in the power play at the start of the season, so it is kind of challenging from that perspective. Let's have a look at the one that wicket maybe that could have made the big difference, the Asian Paint Super Saves, because while Surya was in there, you still felt like you had that glimmer of hope.
Yeah, especially with the partnership of Tim David, that just ticked over 50, I think, and they both looked like they were setting themselves.
And stranger things have happened this season in the IPL, and you're like, it's still gettable. You know, Coach Sears capable of hitting them, but Mitch Stark today, redemption comes in many forms, Varun. This was a moment, that spell of redemption.
IPL scene, had some tough years, and then he gets some rhythm. He plays a different role now. He went from top of the order to middle order. He's still learning the game as well. So to have someone like Manish Pandey out there who's played so much IPL, international cricket, that'll do him the world of good, and it'll do KKR the world of good, because now they're starting to develop a real core of players through that middle order that can take them through for a next generation, hopefully.
And it was so important, that knock, in the perspective of, if we just look at the match situation, home turf, to be able to change it down. Why were they not in that position, though? No, Varun, you have to answer the tough question. Yeah. Don't look at Finch.
Should have got his strike bowlers in earlier and not given Manish Pandey and Venkatesh Iyer a sniff.
2 matches remaining at home there against Sunrisers and Lucknow Super Giants, 2 teams who are essentially, and again against KKR, so all teams at the top of the table. But Hardik himself spoke about the batting unit letting them down.
Yeah, you'd expect them to chase 170 when the dew's forming at Wankhede Stadium. It's a beautiful place to bat generally. Yes, it was a bit uncharacteristic in the way that it turned a bit more, and it was a little bit more two-paced than what we might have seen in the past. He just looks really flat at the moment. He looks really drained. He looks like somebody who's feeling the pressure, and I feel for him. I know what it feels like. I've been in that situation myself where you feel as though everything that you're trying personally doesn't seem to be working, and when the team's not performing as well, that's a really difficult place. That's one thing if you're not performing but the team's winning, because that's something that you take pride in as a captain. But you wear all the responsibility of your own performance, but also of the team's performance, and that is an
Rivalry week now. It begins at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. It will be revenge on the mind for the Gujarat Titans up against RCB, because they would want to get over those 6 minutes that Will Jacks transformed his 50 into 100 and got them on the losing side. So obviously, apart from Virat Kohli, Will Jacks is going to be one of the players that everyone is going to be in anticipation as to what he can pull out there.
Look, RCB are playing like a wounded tiger. They have nothing to lose. They just
Tiger, what
Yeah.
an analogy. Good
yeah,
job,
because
Varun.
they have nothing to lose. They just have to go out and absolutely smack it. Like Venkatesh Iyer said, smack the bowlers. I won't say fast bowlers, all the bowlers. So that I mean, the crowd's going to be behind them. They have a few games left at the Chinnaswamy. The crowds are going to be very, very supportive, like they always are. But it's going to be tough for Gujarat Titans at the Chinnaswamy because RCB are going to come hard. The crowd's going to come hard. Siraj is back in form, and they cannot play their three spinners at the Chinnaswamy. That doesn't look like a likely ploy.
Why not?
So I don't think so.
Of course they can.
You'll see tomorrow.
If they just pick
They,
three
they,
spinners,
they,
they can play them.
they can play five spinners if they wanted to, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Agreed.
Would you play the three spinners?
No, I would not. No, absolutely, I would not. But they could. If they feel as though that's their best wicket-taking options, the matchups there, they certainly could. Will they? No.
Who's winning it tomorrow? Call it.
RCB. I don't think that Gujarat are playing as well as they possibly could as a team at the moment. And I know Shubman Gill, the last time he played an IPL game there, got a brilliant 100 and knocked out RCB out of the playoffs last season. But I just think RCB are coming with a run. Will they? Is it enough to make the playoffs? No. But they're in good form.
Just because Finchie said RCB, I'm going to see
You're going to say GT?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Shubman Gill is going to fire because.
But she didn't ask you.
It's still, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Put it out there.
We could do this all
Start
night.
of Revenge Week. I don't know who's taking revenge on whom right now in the studio. Okay, gentlemen, whatever. We'll go for it. We'll see you at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Gentlemen, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I will let you bicker off air now.
You should sit in the middle next time.
I really will not. I will just say goodbye and leave you to your devices. Bye-bye.
Bye.